Do you wonder why your life is still full of stress and anxiety despite your best efforts? Do you ever feel like you're caught in a spiral of negative thoughts and toxic relationships? I know that feeling, and I want to share with you a life-changing secret. Welcome to today's video from Morgan, where we explore 7 things you should quietly eliminate from your life. This life has so many things that distract us, making us forget our true value and the important things. In this video, I will share tips from Stoic philosophy to help you eliminate negative factors that are silently sabotaging your peace. These small but subtle changes will bring you a happier and more meaningful life. Are you curious to know how you can get rid of these things quietly and effectively? Please continue to follow. Morgan would love to receive your shares and comments about the things you think need to be eliminated from your life. Let's exchange and support each other on the path to finding peace and happiness. Are you ready for change? If so, please join Morgan in starting this journey by leaving a comment. I'm ready to change and turn life's challenges into opportunities to grow and develop. Have you ever looked in the mirror and only seen your flaws? The story of a young girl who wakes up every morning and feels that she is not beautiful enough, not good enough, always blaming herself for small mistakes, is probably very familiar to many of us, right? Morgan has experienced that feeling, and I clearly understand how dangerous the impact of those negative words is on my soul and life. Coming to the first thing we need to eliminate. Eliminate negative self-talk. This can be said to be one of the most important steps for you to find your peace and happiness right away. Sounds unbelievable, right? Did you know that negative thoughts not only lower self-esteem, but also deeply affect mental and physical health? Imagine if you always tell yourself that you are not good enough, not beautiful enough, not smart enough. How can you confidently move forward and achieve your dreams? So how to eliminate these negative thoughts? First, let's identify them. Listen to what you tell yourself every day. Do you often judge yourself for the smallest mistakes? Do you feel like you don't deserve the good things in life? If the answer is yes, then it's time for a change. Instead of criticizing yourself, learn to praise and encourage yourself. When you make mistakes, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes, and it's important to learn from those mistakes to become better. When you feel like you're not good enough, remember that each person has their own strengths and weaknesses, and you can absolutely improve yourself day by day. Morgan believes that to eliminate negative thoughts, we need to be patient and love ourselves. Try focusing on the things you did well, even the smallest achievements, and reward yourself with sincere praise. This not only helps you feel more confident, but also motivates you to continue striving and developing. Ask yourself, do you want to live a life filled with judgment and negativity? Or do you want to feel the peace and happiness that comes from accepting and loving yourself? Morgan believes that your choices will determine the quality of your life. Begin this journey by eliminating negative thoughts and replacing them with positive, loving words. Have you ever experienced these feelings? Share your story with Morgan, and together we can find ways we can live a life worth living, full of joy and happiness. Are you curious? What happens after we eliminate negative self-talk? Not only is it a feeling of greater confidence, but it also opens the door to a more refined and peaceful life. But don't stop there just yet. Once we get rid of negative thoughts, we will realize that there is another factor that also silently affects our concentration and happiness. Coming to the second thing, cut out unnecessary distractions. So how to eliminate these factors from life? Join Morgan as we continue to discover how to cut out unnecessary distractions so you can focus on what really matters and live a more meaningful life. According to a new study, the average person checks their phone 96 times a day. That's a staggering number, and it reflects the invasion of distractions in modern life. How many times a day do you check your phone? Morgan once fell into this trap, and I clearly understand the negative impact unnecessary distractions have on our focus and work performance. Eliminating unnecessary distractions is the next step we need to take to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In today's world full of information and technology, we can easily get caught up in things that are not really important. From social networks, news, to endless conversations. Every time we get distracted, we lose some of our precious focus, and this reduces our productivity and life satisfaction. So how to cut out these distractions? First, let's identify them. Do you often get caught up in scrolling through social media without realizing how much time passes? Do you feel easily distracted by constant messages, emails, or notifications? If the answer is yes, then these are distractions that we need to eliminate immediately. Start by establishing tech-free time. Set aside time during the day to turn off your phone and computer and give yourself quiet time to focus on important tasks. Set clear priorities and stick to them religiously. This not only helps you focus more, but also brings a sense of peace and control in your life. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This means that it is how we evaluate and react to external factors that determine how much they affect us. Do you want to take control of your life and not let meaningless distractions take over? Ask yourself, are you willing to change your way of life to achieve true freedom and peace? Morgan believes that when we cut out unnecessary distractions, we open up a new space for focus, creativity, and joy. Please share with me the ways you have been doing to reduce distractions. Let's work together to create a strong community that appreciates every moment and lives a life worth living. Are you ready for change? Once you've eliminated unnecessary distractions, you'll notice a new peace of mind, helping you focus on what's really important. But our journey doesn't stop there. Peace and happiness come not only from eliminating distractions, but also from building positive relationships. Next, we'll explore together how to say goodbye to toxic relationships. Because no matter how focused and confident you are, the people around you can still have a strong impact on your mood and quality of life. Things number 3. Say goodbye to toxic relationships. Do you dare to face the biggest challenge of your life? Are you ready to say goodbye to toxic relationships to find true peace and happiness? Toxic relationships not only sap our positive energy, but also hinder us from achieving our goals and dreams. A toxic relationship could be a friend who is always critical, a co-worker who is always unfairly competitive, or even a family member who always makes you feel hurt. Do you realize that these relationships are negatively affecting your life? Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. We need to choose positive relationships, people who help us grow and become better." This doesn't mean we give up on people, but we need to know what the limits are and when to stop. Start by asking yourself, who makes you feel happy and appreciated? Who is the person who often makes you feel hurt and exhausted? Have the courage to identify and eliminate these unhealthy relationships. At times, this can be very difficult and painful, but it is necessary for you to find true peace and happiness. Morgan has been through this process, and I know it's not easy. But believe that when you clear your emotional space of negative people, you will create an environment that is conducive for positive and healthy relationships to flourish. Remember, life is too short to waste time on people who don't deserve your affection and attention. Have you ever experienced toxic relationships? Are you ready to make this step change to find happiness and peace? Please share your story with Morgan and everyone in the comments. Morgan wants to congratulate you on your brave discovery here. You are halfway on your journey to becoming a person who lives by a true Stoic philosophy. Saying goodbye to toxic relationships isn't easy, and Morgan is so proud of you. But our journey is not over. Now, let me move on to another extremely important step. Number 4. Remove the need for external validation. There is an amazing truth. While some people feel happy just when they receive hundreds of likes on social networks, true Stoic people find joy in that silence and freedom. Eliminating the need to seek external validation is the key to finding freedom and peace of mind. In modern life, we can easily get caught up in the whirlwind of wanting to be recognized by others. We measure our worth by the number of likes, comments, or compliments from others, but does this really make sense? Epictetus, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it, that matters." This means that our true value lies not in the evaluation of others, but in how we evaluate ourselves and react to events in life. Ask yourself, do you feel happy and confident when you don't receive recognition from others? If the answer is no, then this is the time we need to change. Instead of looking for external validation, learn to be confident and appreciate yourself from within. Realize that your worth does not depend on what others think, but on how you see yourself. To do this, focus on your personal values and goals. Live and act based on what you think is right and meaningful, not to please others. When you start evaluating yourself based on your own standards, you will feel freer and happier. Morgan believes that when we let go of the need to seek external validation, we will find an incredibly powerful source of energy and confidence from within. Are you ready to challenge yourself and live a life free from other people's opinions? After you have learned how to find value and confidence from within without needing validation from others, you have taken a big step on the journey to finding peace. Morgan congratulates you, but to achieve true freedom we need to go further and face another challenge. Join Morgan to discover how to let go of the burdens of the past and find peace in the present. Because when we are no longer bound by old mistakes and regrets, we can live fully and happily in this moment. Number 5. Let go of past regrets. Do you believe that past regrets not only affect your mood, but can also negatively impact your physical health? This is an unexpected truth, but completely accurate. Most of us often tie ourselves to past mistakes, wrong decisions, and missed opportunities. These memories, no matter how big or small, can overshadow the joy and happiness of the present. Epictetus, the famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This means we cannot change the past, but we can change the way we perceive and react to it. Ask yourself, do you want to continue to be bound by your mistakes? Or do you want to find freedom and peace in the present? Start by accepting that the past is a part of life and cannot be changed. Instead of beating yourself up, learn to see mistakes as valuable lessons. Every experience, good or bad, contributes to who you are today. When you learn to accept and appreciate the past, it will be easier for you to let go of regrets and live a more fulfilling life. Morgan believes that letting go of the past not only helps you free your soul, but also creates conditions for positive things to come into your life. Just imagine, once you're no longer haunted by regrets, you will have more space for new joys and opportunities. Are you ready to let go of regrets and find peace in the present? If so, please leave a comment, "I'm ready," below. After you have learned to let go of past regrets, you will feel a spiritual liberation, opening up space for joy and peace in the present. But to maintain this state, we need to continue to consider another important aspect of life. Sometimes, in the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to fall into the trap of overcommitting, leading to stress and burnout. So Morgan wants to share with you how to stop overloading yourself so you can live a more balanced and happier life. Coming to number 6. Stop overcommitting yourself. Do you always feel like you're racing against time, always busy, but not really achieving important goals? Do you wonder why you always feel stressed and exhausted despite your best efforts? Stop overcommitting yourself is an important principle in Stoic philosophy that helps us live a balanced and peaceful life. In modern life, we often tend to take on too much responsibility and work, thinking that this will prove our worth or please others. But the truth is, overcommitting not only reduces our work efficiency, but also negatively affects our mental and physical health. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "If it is not true, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This means we should do things that are truly meaningful and right. Instead of taking on too much work without careful consideration, ask yourself, is this work really necessary and important? Does it add value to your life, or just add pressure? To stop overcommitting, we first need to learn how to say no. This is not easy, especially when we want to please everyone around us. But refusing unnecessary responsibilities is the best way to protect your mental health and maintain balance in your life. Set clear limits for yourself and strictly adhere to them. Remember, you don't have to do everything to prove your worth. Your value does not lie in the amount of work you complete, but in the quality and meaning of what you do. When you focus on the things that really matter, you'll find you have more time to take care of yourself, enjoy life, and achieve bigger goals. Morgan believes that stopping overcommitment will help you find true peace and happiness. Try asking yourself, are you taking on too much unnecessary responsibility and work? Are you ready to change to live a more balanced and meaningful life? Or are you ready to lighten your burden and live a truly meaningful life? Congratulations on your patience and courage to explore this far. Our journey is almost complete with the last very important thing. Stopping and reassessing your commitments has helped you find balance and peace in your life. But to be more complete, we need to look deeply at how we approach material things and possessions. Let's join Morgan, entering the final topic. The last thing, ditch excessive materialism. Have you ever stopped and wondered, why are people who own less assets often feel happier than rich people? This sounds strange, right? But reality proves the opposite. Excessive material possessions do not bring the lasting happiness we long for. In the modern world, we are often caught up in the whirlwind of accumulating assets. We believe that owning lots of furniture, cars, and big houses will bring happiness and satisfaction, but the reality is, this only increases the burden and pressure in life. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." That's right. Being rich isn't about having more, it's about wanting less. Let's ask ourselves, why do we feel the need to have more assets? Do these things really bring lasting happiness? Or are they just short-lived, fleeting joys? Look back at the items you bought in the past year. How much of it actually adds value to your life? How much of it is just something you feel you need to have because of societal pressure? Eliminating excessive materialism begins with a clear awareness of what is truly necessary for our lives. Challenge yourself by reducing unnecessary items, focusing on spiritual values and relationships instead of meaningless material things. You will be surprised to realize that freedom and happiness do not come from owning much, but from appreciating what you have and reducing unnecessary desires. Morgan went through this process and realized that when I let go of material desires, I found a deeper peace and happiness. Life becomes simpler, and I can focus on the things that truly matter, like family, friends, and meaningful experiences. Try to imagine a life not bound by material pressures, where you can freely enjoy beautiful moments and find peace of mind. Ask yourself, are you willing to challenge yourself by reducing your unnecessary material possessions? Do you want to find true freedom and happiness, not bound by meaningless things? One of the valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy is the understanding of the need to let go of things that provide no real value. When we focus on living simply and appreciating what we have, we will find that happiness does not come from having much, but from contentment and gratitude. Are you ready to embark on a journey to find freedom from material burdens and find true happiness? Let's embark on this journey together, and I believe you will realize that the true value of life lies not in what we own, but in what we feel and appreciate. So together we have explored the journey of eliminating the 7 negative elements from life according to the Stoic philosophy, and I hope that these have given you new perspectives and inspiration for living a more peaceful and happier life. From eliminating self-blame thoughts, cutting out unnecessary distractions, saying goodbye to toxic relationships, to letting go of the need to seek external validation, letting go past regrets, stopping overcommitment, and finally breaking free from the bondage of materialism, each step brings freedom and peace of mind. Morgan wants to remind us that life is always full of challenges and temptations, but when we know how to focus on the things that are truly important and let go of what is unnecessary, we will find true value of peace. Remember, happiness does not come from the outside, but originates from within your soul. When you live simply, appreciate what you have, and believe in spiritual values, you will find life becomes lighter and more meaningful. I hope you will continue to apply these principles to your daily life and experience positive change. Share your story, the steps you took, and the successes you achieved. Let's build a strong community together, where everyone finds true peace and happiness. Remember, Morgan is always here to listen and share valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy with you. We are never alone on the path to finding peace and happiness. The last thing Morgan wants to ask for your help is to help Morgan click the like button and comment "Done" so that YouTube will rate this video as useful and motivate others to follow your example. If you want, you can also share with your friends and subscribe to the Stoic Kingdom channel so you don't miss the next videos. In addition, you can watch other videos shown at the end of this video. Thank you very much, and see you again in the following videos. Wishing you peace and happiness on the path of Stoicism.